Hi everyone, hope you're well. So I'm glad to have you with me here, Camille, in
Likewise.
one of the first, let's say, inaugural episodes. I'm excited to have you here, Camille, with me today in this lovely coffee shop um, here in the heart of Msherab.
Hmm.
I actually wanted to introduce, I've been so excited to have you on and introduce you to uh, my audience.
Of course.
You're a long-standing and long-term member of Zumra, the Zumra network.
Yeah.
Can you tell the viewers what is it you do, your background? Give us a little bit back story. How is it you came to Qatar? And
It's a long story. I don't know if you have that
yeah,
much time. No, but first of all, thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. And I'm grateful that we had the opportunity to meet each other at Zumra. It's an amazing network that you've created. So thank you
you.
for that. And my background story. So I've been here now for 3 years. Started your pharma already for 2 years and a half. As a distributor for clean brands, as I'm actually a pharmacist. So I'm using my scientific background as a pharmacist to selecting the brands that are natural yet effective. Because I found there was a gap in or a lack of these kind of brands here in the region. So that's how we created your pharma, how we set it up, and moving forward 2 years, I'm happy to have you on board.
Thank you. I'm actually curious, like, what are the challenges you faced here
Like setting up.
contextually, to Qatar specifically? Because, especially as an entrepreneur, you made the transition from being a pharmacist to really being a full-time entrepreneur whilst
Yeah.
maintaining the same sort of, trajectory or the same industry, same field, kind of. You basically leveraged on your background as a pharmacist, am I not?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like being an entrepreneur here in Qatar, of course, it was challenging. Of course, first of all, you don't have any network. It's a new country. You don't know any kind of procedure as well. It's different than in Europe.
How so? Like, how would you say so if you could think?
You know, setting up a bit because we had a business as well in Belgium, and setting up it's very straightforward. It's all by application online. Even it's very
Streamlined.
streamlined. It's clear. You have documents A, B, C, and that's it. I found at the beginning in Qatar it wasn't that clear sometimes, and I was confused.
That makes both of us.
Well, so it
Even
wasn't,
as clear cut.
as clear exactly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get misleading information or
Conflicting ones.
conflicting ones. So it wasn't that, okay, this is a procedure and tomorrow you're going to have your CR or whatever trade license. So it took some time at the beginning. Thank God we have these kind of mandoobs who are leading you in the right direction. So thankfully we had a great one.
Yeah.
And then everything fall in place. But it took some, and also I came here during World Cup.
Yes.
So you imagine it was quite hectic period.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a great experience.
So your
Started-
foray into the country when you first landed here, you touched down was during the World Cup.
like just before in August.
Okay, and
So
that's when
imagine.
you decided, like, because of the World Cup, you
Started
wanna...
not because of the World Cup. No,
Yeah.
for me it was a long-term
okay.
concept. It's not like because of the World Cup. It's a
But
short
it kind of solidified it, maybe, or it kind of sealed the deal.
Really, to be honest, no, I didn't saw it on as I see it as a long-term, investment. So as you know, it takes time to register the product, set up the company. So for me, the World Cup I was way too late to
Yeah.
benefit of it anyhow. So no.
And why do you think the market here has the appetite when you came here? Because if you're saying this was a long-term strategy and you had the desire, and the
Yeah.
and the want, what is the appetite in terms of the local market? What did you see one or did you sense one?
Definitely, because for me, a lot of brands are entering the GCC by Dubai, right? Everyone is entering, so there is a lot of competition. For me, Qatar was way more interesting because I was like, okay, it's a smaller market, so it's easier in terms of you can easily connect with
Penetrating
different
the market,
exactly
right.
to see how the brand is doing and if we need to adjust something or maybe the marketing, So for me, it felt more comfortable entering the market in Qatar.
Did you 2 years on now, or
Yeah,
going on your third?
going on
Did you
third.
have to adjust anything, or change or pivot from how you started?
Yeah, some brands we've moved like from retailers that we find it more suitable in spas, for example, and hotels. Now we're working more with hotels instead of private salons or something. So yeah, we did just where we listen as well to our retailers or B2B clients, like, okay, maybe we can change that or do a treatment or do something specific. So it's always.
So you met with the market where it was, basically.
Yeah.
So this is the latest in your arsenal or inventory of like products, correct?
Exactly. So it's we're launching it like recently.
Yeah.
And
It's travel size, guys, which is amazing. I'm not even just saying this on camera. Like it was so hard for me to adapt to buying things not in big sizes because I have that impulse. But
Exactly.
it's actually more convenient because it's really not practical to travel with and they
with full sizes, and it's easy if you have hand luggage. You just tag along, take it with you. You don't need to. It's very easy, very convenient. So this is a travel size of the cleansing. We have bigger sizes, of course, and we have in the the line of this. So we have shaving bars, shaving brushes. With vegan bristles, so it's
it's like
all
a
a
whole
line.
kit.
It's a whole kit for home skincare routine.
And who is this like? Who is the target archetype or person or?
I think with this, still the ideal customer, it's a man who wants to take care of their skin and don't want to overcomplicate it. Exactly.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I love taking care of my skin.
Of course, it's important. Nowadays, there is no taboo around taking care of your skin.
Yeah.
It's like going to the fitness and doing your skincare routine, but simple. It's not that overcomplicated. It's clean, effective, and that's the way we go. So
I'm curious, actually, truly, Cammile, if you can expound or elaborate, what does clean mean? Because it feels like such a buzzword now.
I know. Nowadays, it's been with greenwashing and then, organic,
or sometimes it's actually
organic.
very it's so generic, but what does it actually entail? Like if someone is consciously, like me, wanting to buy products that align with their values, and one of them is being clean, but it's oftentimes misused as a gimmick, right?
Yeah.
How do we know?
So what is clean meaning? Clean means that it doesn't contain any harmful ingredients.
Like what?
So alcohol, for example, or some kind of formaldehydes, for example, dioxin as well. These kind of ingredients could possibly trigger sensitivity or can be harmful, not only for you as a person, but also for the environment. So that is the meaning of clean.
Can they be carcinogenous?
Could possibly be, yeah. Some cases we need more studies, but if there is a doubt, I prefer to avoid it than have
on the side of safety.
Of course, safety is our main priority, right? So it has to be effective, but safe as well. So for me, clean is avoiding doubtable ingredients. And then, of course, you have green and you have natural and you have organic. That's a different level of clean.
That's another thing. How do we delineate and separate what's organic versus clean?
Yeah.
Can you explain?
So first of all, we need to understand organic. It starts with being natural. Natural means that all the ingredients are originally from plants or animals. That's natural. And then we have organic. That means that the ingredients are harvested without pesticides. So they don't use any kind of chemical solvents during the harvesting or of
and that's actually something that's very common in the skincare world.
Organic ingredients?
Or no, I mean
no, it's not that common because harvesting the ingredients, having no, it's not that common, and you can find it easily on the label. For example, My Way, it's organic because a rose hip is been harvesting in the wild in natural environments.
Like the equivalent of fair trade. It's like
exactly, you can compare it with this kind of terms. So, of course, and then you have green beauty. So green cosmetics means that it's not harmful for the environment. So that's a different level of, clean cosmetics. So each claim or each name has their own specific target or so it's
Segmentation,
important.
maybe.
Segmentation, maybe, or definition. But some people, they're confused. It's confusing, to be honest.
It is. It's a lot.
Nowadays,
You feel like
people are-
overwhelmed and inundated with a lot of information, and which one is, especially if you're trying to buy things that are ethical or align them with your consumer habits, basically.
And sometimes also brands are misusing these kind of claims. So it's always important. I always advise the customer, check the label, check the ingredient list.
And endeavor to learn as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. I want for more Qatari men not to be ashamed or embarrassed about taking care of themselves and their lifestyle choices and
and it's a small step, right? Like choosing the right, being conscious about the products that you're using. As you were saying, your skin is your biggest organ, so it absorbs everything. So if it can be toxin free, so good for yourself and for the environment, it's a win-win for both. I think the last question I wanted to ask, if we're talking about this still as it is focusing on skincare for men, what would be your favorite products? Like, what is the product that's...
I actually love this one here. This is the face fluid. I find that with an increasingly busy, frenetic lifestyle, I am finding it challenging to be, you don't have the luxury to indulge in like 10-step Korean skincare routine, but that's more of an indulgence more than a daily skincare routine. Unless I was a full-time beauty influencer or whatever, but I think things on the fly that are effective and on the go. So this is one of them, and obviously I pair it with a sunblock. But also I like the things that don't grease or leave a greasy residue. I hate it, especially in our heat. But I would say this one, and it doesn't smell bad. Natural does not equate something that smells.
And this one has a light fragrance,
but natural, it's not perfumed,
Exactly.
I'll show the viewers here. It's actually also nice to hold, so it feels like a stress ball in that way. The packaging is amazing and it's efficient. It's really compact. It's really efficient. It's to the point. There's no a lot of marketing.
No, it's very simple, straightforward. We don't like to overcomplicate the skincare routine, especially we're all busy, we're all having their...
Unless you're a dermatologist or an esthetician, then you can afford to go into the nitty-gritty of but as a consumer, I think the simpler the better.
Less is more.
Less is more,
definitely.
And that's actually important. People don't forget that. I used to do a lot and now I do so little. And it can actually backfire when you put more.
Too much is over-triggering, overwhelming for your skin and can lead to sensitivity, irritation. So less is more, definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time, Cammile. This was a pleasure. Can't wait for you guys to watch this. And do follow us on our social medias respectively. Where can people find you?
So the Instagram is Your Pharma, and you can find all the details and contacts over there.
Yes. So we've even collaborated with each other before, even before we, this new partnership, a long-term one. But it's been interesting because Zumra basically is like a hive, and it does connect people who wouldn't otherwise have been able to know each other or connect or interface with each other. So it really does fill in that gap and creates cross-cultural bridges. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Perfect. Thank you.